ready?
You ready to go?
Good, good.
Clemson women's golf is really excited to host the 4th annual Clemson Invitational here at the Reserve at Lake Huey. We have a great field coming in. 11 of our teams are in the top 50 in the country, and just a wonderful opportunity to host on a great golf course. We're excited to be back here for our 4th Clemson Invitational, and I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody might have.
What are the prospects for you guys in this tournament?
Well, we're currently ranked 30th or so in the country, and there's several teams ranked ahead of us in the field. We have, I think, 3 or 4 in the top 15. But it's our home golf course, and you would like to think that our kids would be prepared to play here. And Alice Houston is the defending champion. One of our players, our senior, our lone senior. So we do have a pretty young group. All 7 of our girls will play. 5 will count for the team score, but 4 of our 7 are freshmen. 1 senior, 1 junior, and 1 sophomore. So a pretty young group. Not quite as much of a home course advantage for those freshmen, but I think they're looking forward to playing in their first Clemson Invitational, and it's special to be able to be the host.
Obviously, this course must set up well for Alice in many ways. Or?
Yeah, I think she's comfortable here. It's an enjoyable golf course to play outside of the hills. We do provide a lot of shuttles for the teams in an effort to see if we would be able to host an NCAA regional. We moved from carts to the girls walking and carrying last year. It works pretty well. 10 or 11 shuttles that we provide on the golf course, so that requires a lot of volunteers. But I do think that Alice and the other girls are real comfortable here. And we finished 3rd last year behind 2 very good teams. Furman won, and Michigan State finished 2nd. So we look forward to playing great here at home.
Alice's participation in the Augusta?
That's right. We have the inaugural Augusta Women's Amateur coming up. We had already picked our tournament dates last year before the event was announced. I think college golf and the LPGA were pretty surprised when Augusta National announced the ANWA. It's a great opportunity. It does throw a little wrench in there for women's amateur golf and women's college golf, because you want your players to be at their best, and so it affects 2 different weekends of our season, kind of leading right up to ACC championships. Top amateurs have also had the opportunity to play at the ANA Inspiration, the first major on the LPGA Tour. And so those top amateurs had to make a choice this year if they wanted to go there or if they wanted to play in Augusta. So I think the field will be a little split, because some did choose to go out west and play in the ANA, and then others chose to play in the inaugural Augusta Women's Amateur. But that event will be sort of right before our event. So our practice round on Saturday will overlap with the final round. If the players make the cut and are able to play that final round at Augusta National, they would miss our practice round. So some of the players in the field, we have 8 potentially that could play in both, have already come over and played practice rounds. The reserve was kind enough to allow them to do that. So we probably could have some players that might play on Saturday at Augusta National on national TV the week before the Masters, which I think is a really big deal. And then tee it up on Sunday, the first round of the Clemson Invitational.
How exciting an opportunity do you think that is for Alice to be a part of that event?
Well, I think just to be in that elite group that would be invited is a really big deal. But then the opportunity in and of itself. So the first 2 rounds will be at Champions Retreat in Augusta. She's been over and played a practice round over there, and then she'll go over. But she's going to miss a full week of school, which I think is always a challenge. Alice is a senior accounting major. Just like every other senior accounting major, she has a lot of academic responsibilities right now, but she's able to juggle it, and her family's going to be over from England, and we're just really excited to have her play in the event, representing Clemson. It's a big deal for that tiger paw to be sported in that field, and so we're just really excited for her to have that opportunity.
I'm guessing she's probably the only player on your team that's played St. Andrews, and now she can add Augusta National.
Right. Well, she probably is the only one that's played St. Andrews. You know, she's been fortunate enough to play Augusta National. So she's probably one of the few players in the field that will have been there before, which, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to play, and you're still just nervous as heck on that first tee. Growing up in Georgia as I did, my family has always had tickets, and they'd take me over and I'd watch, and really even before it was that big of a deal to go over there and watch. And, you know, you make that turn to Amen Corner and you just have goosebumps, and there's certainly an awe factor involved. So I think Alice has a great game for Augusta if she is able to make the cut and play on that Saturday.
You know, Augusta National doesn't exactly have a sparkling history when it comes to female inclusion, but it seems like maybe this is another step in kind of reaffirming that, hey, we're going to make women's golf a priority.
Right. Well, I think that it certainly is a step in that direction, and hopefully will open the door to other opportunities at other places. You know, I think that Augusta does have a strong tradition in amateur golf, so I think that it's not surprising that the opportunity they're providing for women is involved in amateur golf versus professional golf. They've always included amateur representation of the Masters. You know, I think it's great. If you had asked me growing up if, you know, any players would ever get to play on national TV at Augusta National the week before the Masters, I probably would have said that's doubtful. So certainly a shout out to them for providing this opportunity.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank